Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's brought down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Tua going to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Patriots have it. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
you nailed every part of what was front.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Throwing Jones. being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They run for it with Harris, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Flushed out right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
After the turnover, it's Tua. There's the first NFL catch for the first rounder, Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. After one, it's 9-0. Tua now on first down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there for the Patriots.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And going deep for Hill. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He's got Smith here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And he will have a Patriots first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones throwing on third and long. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 31, Tua. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there for the Dolphins. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Mostert. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. From the 27, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Jones now. A final shot before break. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, 29 yards. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week one.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week one, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Now a dump off here complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On second down now, it's Harris. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots are back within a score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 3 yards remain for second down. To Edmonds on the toss. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They run the counter. Edmonds. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Forced out to his left. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Jason Sanders to kick off one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Phillips brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
29 is the Mike 29. Hey, let's get that ball.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On first down, Edmonds. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Edmonds. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, this is Edmonds. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season openers. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big and the onside kick. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Dolphins 45, Patriots 15.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, call it a convincing win here in this one, and we had some interesting plays throughout. Maybe one of the most interesting, ending the game on an onside kick. They actually recovered it, but it didn't really matter.
No, you're exactly right, and maybe they just wanted to work on something, right? Even though it wouldn't have affected the final score, you work on it, you get it, you feel good about that. But I remember I had a coach who said, I don't waste those onside kicks. You don't get many of them anyway. Let's not use it when we don't need to.
So for Miami, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.